Hi, my name is Alyssa, but I go by Serenity on all of my social media and streaming platforms. This is my first game review ever, if that tells you anything about how this game made me feel. I've always wanted to do something like this, so here I am. Please bear with me for a bit, get comfy and cozy, and let's dive into my thoughts and opinions of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Oh, Clair Obscur. I've been following this game for a long time, when it was first announced at the Xbox Showcase in June of 2024. After waiting some time to hear more about it, it was eventually given the release date of April 24th, 2025, and pre-orders finally went live. I was thankfully able to get the Lumiere edition of the game, but I missed out on the collector's edition, unfortunately. However, thanks to this developer being so awesome, they later opened up more collector's editions to be purchased, so I was able to get a pre-order in for it. I'm just waiting for it to arrive as of right now, so massive shout out to Sandfall for doing that for the fans. And without further ado, let's dive into what absolutely captured me with this game.
For those who come after.
Initially, it was its dark and gritty atmosphere of a world that's portrayed to be beautiful, yet damaged and broken at the same time. Fractured, if you will. Apparently, this world is based off of the Belle Époque, which means beautiful era in French. It refers to a particular time period in Europe, specifically in France, naturally. In this world they've created, there's not a single area that didn't have me absolutely in awe by its aesthetics. The game in its entirety is just beautiful. And can we talk about the music? Ugh, I downloaded that Spotify soundtrack for this game so fast. I found myself just stopping and standing in areas, listening to the music and taking in the aesthetics. The characters are another aspect of this game that are done incredibly well. They are flawed, relatable, and visibly beaten down by this world around them. The cutscenes will completely pull you in.
Do you?
I hope I do.
And throughout all the depression and trauma this game will put you through, they do also, in fact, have some comedic relief moments.
So, not only are you intruding, you're here to steal? Oh my word! Humans! Well, over my dead body! Rah!
Jeez, lupa que mama parino.
No. It's just it's the password.
Mico femico la gor granda bare bombe no passwordito. Gomiku rapito sava.
Look, I am very sorry. It's just that Golgra told us that's the password, and
Come on, it's a gestural. He'll have forgotten in about a minute.
I'm sorry.
In my opinion, nothing feels out of place, and it's impressive how drastic some conversations will change from sadness and being overwhelming to jokes and smiles. The character design is wonderful as well. I love how customizable all the characters are, from their attributes, weapons, abilities, clothing, and even their hair. Everything is unique looking, especially the enemies. After playing this game to completion, I can confidently say there is nothing this company can't do. There's such a broad spectrum of areas, characters, monsters they've created. I remember being in an area and literally thinking to myself, I wonder if they'd ever consider making a horror game, because they'd be great at it. You'll come to see that some creatures are designed to resemble lots of different things. Sadness, beauty, joy, horror. Some are funny, some are grotesque, some make you feel downright uncomfortable. They could have made this a completely open world game, but it was so much better off being more linear with different paths to take. And don't let the word linear fool you. It was open enough to give that sense of wonder, and if you're someone who enjoys exploring all the different paths and nooks and crannies, this game is filled with plenty of rewarding loot, secrets, and optional areas to explore. They can sometimes lead to optional bosses, weapons, expedition journals, or just more loot to better enhance your characters, but it's still linear enough to not become overwhelming, and I think they did a great job in balancing that. Now, the world map is a bit more open than the areas you go into to explore, but a lot of it is completely optional, and you can definitely just plow through and continue with the main quest if that's more your style. There's also a camp system that gives you a little reprieve between the battles, trauma, and exploration to wind down. You can do some equipment management, talk to your companions, all with the music of your choosing. It's a little limited at first, but you unlock more to do down the line. As the game progresses, you start to think you've learned it, and you're nailing all these parries and dodges, and you're starting to overcome the challenges it has to offer. You haven't. Anyway, aside from all that, I will say the pacing of this game and the new things you learn throughout is done really well. It almost starts to feel overwhelming, but thanks to their great tutorials and battle menus, you start to get the hang of it. Side note, all of the story-related mock battles were pretty cool. They all made sense, and for the most part I think that's impressive to not totally lose immersion when tutorials and such start to pop up, so more kudos to them for that as well. And you know, I keep giving this game kudos and kudos and kudos after kudos, and really it makes me wonder, what did this game actually miss? And after thinking about it, my literal only complaint that I have is give me maps, please. I don't know about anyone else, but I need a map like every 10 seconds when I play any type of game with, well, places to explore. Don't get me wrong, the world map is phenomenal. I just need something for all the other areas you go into. Really though, aside from some really minor gripes about a few small things that maybe aren't explained the best regarding some of the Pictos abilities and equipping them and such, and that could just be a personal gripe and just maybe me not understanding it as well as I should have, the map is my only genuine complaint that I have. Let's move on to my thoughts about the story. When I tell you this game grabbed me by the heart and yanked me in, it really, really did. And it wasn't one of those slow, gentle reel-ins, but one of those bam moments where your brain goes, so did you have plans to play some other games within the next few weeks? Nope, not anymore. They don't matter.
68.
This game literally throws you right into heartbreak, depression, and ensures you will not think about any other game for a while. At least for me, that's what it did. Seriously though, if you want to give this game a shot, plan to have it take over your gaming free time until you probably beat it. I even went back to 100% the game after beating it, which I never do. Literally never. I've 100%ed one other game in my entire life, and it was Dark Cloud, and it was because I only needed to literally catch a fish and do like one other thing. It was super easy. Plus I love Dark Cloud, so I figured it deserved it, just like this game. New Game Plus feels so rewarding since a lot of your character and item progress carries over, and plus once you know everything that's going on, it is crazy how much more you understand going back through the story again. I highly recommend it. There's plenty of small differences throughout that make it not feel like the exact same thing you just played too. Overall, the game felt raw, real, emotional, and completely unique. If you haven't played this game yet, please give it a go. I've played a lot of great games over the past several years, one that's even part of my favorite series of all time. And even those games still didn't grab me by the heart, mind, and soul like Clair Obscur Expedition 33 did. Sandfall Interactive deserves all the praise and awards for this, and I truly hope that this game wins Game of the Year this year. Do yourself a favor and play this game. Just give it a shot. At the time of making this video, it's free if you have Game Pass, or it's $49.99 on Steam and PS5. So go support a great game and what looks like the potential to be a great company. I want to give this game a 10 out of 10, but no game is perfect. I stand by that rule constantly throughout my life. Not a single game in this world is a 10 out of 10. There's always something that could be fixed or adjusted or made a little bit better. So I give this game a 9.7 out of 10. Mostly just the map. Again, that's my only complaint. So thank you so much for watching and listening. Let me know your thoughts or your favorite parts of the game in the comments below. Please do be courteous though and keep it spoiler free. If you'd like to chat about this game, feel free to message me or join my Discord and we can talk about it. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope wherever you're watching this, you have a great day, and remember, tomorrow comes.
For those who come after.